Welcome to the Skyforest Podcast. This is the story of the Skyforest 3 star freighter sent out on a routine mission. But that routine mission contained a few nasty surprises, or actually several thousand of them. Our cast includes the voices of Lindsay Nelson, Robert Rice, Fabian Vasquez, Cecily Knobler, Nate Leiper, and Dave Piranelli. Written, directed, and edited by Dave Piranelli in Hollywood, California. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a 5-star review and ask your friends to come have a listen. Thanks for your support. Coming up next in Episode 5, the team gets their enemy under the microscope, where Doc Alyssa makes some interesting discoveries. And while science is nice, sometimes a flamethrower is nicer. And they soon realize the extreme threat the deadly but beautiful creatures pose to Earth, imperiling the Skyforest 3 from ever returning home. And we finally experience what happened on the abandoned base before the Skyforest 3 arrived, as seen through the eyes of a hapless guy named Archie. All this and more in Episode 5 of the Skyforest Podcast. Coming up next. Thanks for listening. Let's join them. In the base's med lab, Vasco and Pallas watch as Alyssa examines a blackened butterfly under a microscope. She stares intently, fascinated, and only breaks free when a loud beep breaks her concentration. Results are in. She looks up and wheels away over to a machine labeled Wernland Spectrophotometer.
It's sparkle.
What?
Your mystery bugs are chock full of sparkle.
The party drug that's taken over the space docks? How'd it get here? Vasco thinks for a minute. That's backwards. It came from here. What do you mean? Someone here has been harvesting it from those insects and using the Skyforest freighters to haul it back to Earth for sale.
How does it get...
One or more of the 4 ships. Could easily be that someone on our crew is involved. Dr. Alyssa watches the readouts in front of her, shakes her head.
There's more here we don't know. Sparkle first appeared on Earth 3 years ago, but all it's done is cause lethargy and extended euphoria. Somehow here, the drug and insects together cause...
Cause what? The mess we're in.
The flock formation you described is extremely unusual. Similar to birds or fish, but they don't normally kill humans.
I served under Bickle on multiple missions. That wasn't him. Alyssa slides back to the microscope and sends an image to a large screen. It centers on the mouth parts of one of the butterflies. She points at a strangely shaped growth.
They have a hypopharynx, tiny little piercing tube that injects a microscopic drop of sparkle, or rather, the concentrated version of it.
They turned this base into a bunch of junkies.
These 2 butterflies contain DNA from multiple human sources.
A little taste of sparkle and you don't notice or care while they merrily nibble you away. Well, they couldn't have eaten everyone. Approximately 400 crew were here. Oh, and all the people on the Sky 1, that'd be another 70. They all stare at the screen. Is there an antidote?
None I know of. The effect is similar to the original opioids derived from poppies centuries ago, but somehow behavior control is involved.
Via what mechanism?
Unknown for now. It may be the butterflies, or maybe the larval stage, or maybe both, or perhaps another entity that we are currently unaware of.
Opiate addicts were known to engage in self-destructive behavior to maintain access to the drug. It frequently led to their deaths. It never led to addicts being eaten by the poppies, though. The poppies didn't control them directly anyway. So there's another element we don't understand yet, but we're going to find out. We have to.
Bring me a live one.
Pallas and Vasco shudder. You mean like Bickle? Alyssa holds up the clear envelope with the second butterfly.
Live one of these, preferably the larval stage, worm or caterpillar type thing.
Pallas and Vasco look at each other. The farm, the plants. We saw one fluttering on the elevator tube by the upper oxygen valves. Meanwhile, we need to resupply our ship with oxygen and get the crew away from here. Vasco heads to medbay. Everyone follows him. What if keeping a nice distance from Doc Alyssa's little bug trap? They cannot get back to Earth. With the existing sparkle problem, humankind would be in serious trouble. They'd be overwhelmed immediately. So, maybe we're stuck here. But the ship can still get away as long as these little insects don't get aboard. Vasco and Pallas move toward the door. Alyssa stops them for a moment.
Don't ever let them touch you. The drug is incredibly powerful. The street version on Earth has been diluted hundreds of times. But from what I can tell, the eggs require physical contact. You can't just breathe them in the air.
We keep our suits on until I say different, and we need a way to kill or neutralize these things.
I need a live one.
You've mentioned that. She leans across the counter and hands them a trap device she's been working on. What's this?
A better bug trap.
Vasco holds the device skeptically. Alyssa points to the opening at one end and a switch at the other.
When you see one, flip the switch. It creates a vacuum at the other end.
Where do we look? Alyssa gestures up to the screen and points out a section of the blown-up image. The eyes.
Judging by these optical adaptations, light sources in the dark should attract them.
I've got an idea. Rama waits impatiently in Maintenance Tunnel B, a dreary place under the base full of pipes, machinery, and wiring. The guts that make the station run. Rama checks the time on his comm unit, ready to give up. A portal door ahead of him creaks. The manual door latch starts spinning. The door swings open on rusty hinges. Leo stands in the shadows, holding two cases. About gosh darn time.
If you're in a rush, we can meet later.
He turns to walk away. Stop! It's difficult for me to be free from Captain Worrywart. Let's get this done. Is it all here? Leo spins around, smiles. A tiny worm has fallen off one case and crawls toward Rama. Drawn to him, Leo steps toward Rama, inadvertently crushing the worm. Neither one of them even notice.
And my...
Rama pulls a small but heavy case out. He hands it to Leo, who opens it and admires some shiny metal inside. All there, and a nice bonus to blow this dump up as soon as we superluminal back to Earth. Better have that memory chip in there too. I added a little extra for it. Leo whistles and rolls his eyes, but doesn't disagree.
How long do you go?
2 weeks. If you hadn't let the sparklies open the oxygen valves, we'd already be gone.
Like they asked my opinion. When they doll you, you do what they want. They wanted those valves open.
Leo closes the payment case and drops the sparkle near Rama. But why? Leo opens his face shield, reaches into a pocket, and pulls out a handful of nuts.
You ever keep snacks handy?
He chomps on them. But they couldn't know that we'd have to wait here 2 weeks for that. They're just dumb bugs.
2 weeks, you say? Good luck.
Rama gets the gist of Leo's speech. I'd say nice knowing you, if I meant it.
You didn't ask about what happened in the grow room.
I have no use for that information.
50 of the little fuckers before, now tens of thousands. Magnetically suspended before, on the loose now, and hungry. Think about it.
Leo chomps on more nuts, then walks away, waves. What do I need to know?
Keep your suit on, Sparky.
That's silly. The only thing they can't eat is gold.
Fine, get a gold suit.
In the agricultural area, Vasco, Doc Alyssa, Riley, Pallas, and Rama walk cautiously toward the hole, the deep, dark hole that Bickle disappeared into. No sign of the butterflies. The oxalith plants grow majestically around and above them. Doc Alyssa carries her odd trap device, peering under leaves as she walks. Everything seems green and healthy. What's the word on oxygen generation? Riley walks to a console by the door, checks on the farming setup.
All the auto systems are still running. The circadian shutters still cycle every 24 hours for an hour of night. Hydration systems remain functional but have calcium built up. Not sure how long they'll go if we don't spend some time on maintenance.
Yeah, those light shutters you mentioned, close them. Everyone looks at Vasco for a moment. Riley starts laughing. Riley gets it, massages the controls.
Of course.
Motors high above clack and grind as they cycle the shutters. The enormous chamber gradually darkens as they close. There's a final bang as the panels far above them seal shut. The entire farm plunges into darkness, except for a single beam. The light from a lone, broken shutter brings a nearby area to their attention. They walk toward it. A colorful object on the ground attracts Vasco's attention. At first it's tough to see as the grass has grown around it. It's a brightly colored piece of fabric. We've seen it before as well. Vasco reaches down for the scarf. He runs it through his fingers, like he feels that dancing girl somehow. I'm not sure why we're out here picking up litter. Shouldn't there be bots for that? Rama looks around as if expecting a litter bot at any second. Vasco notes something under Rama's foot. He tries to grab at it, but Rama keeps his foot planted. Move! Rama slowly and reluctantly moves his foot. Vasco excitedly yanks up a comm unit, dark and muddy. Rama tries to grab for it. Let me check that out for you. Vasco yanks it out of his reach. No thanks. I'll be taking care of this one, personally. Rama is rebuffed, not happy. Pretty sure I have more experience with them. Vasco wipes the dirt and mud from the screen. He futilely presses the power button. No response at all. This could hold the last remaining record of what happened here. It won't be leaving my sight. Everyone crowds around him, looking at the unit. It got watered, a lot. Likely corroded and shorted out. Just junk now. Vasco slides it into his pocket. Suspicious. I'll let you know. The light shining down has become cloudy. A light dusting of glitter appears, falling softly around them. Doc Alyssa gathers samples. While Riley seems transfixed, she holds her hand out and watches it drop.
It kinda looks like snow.
Pallas gives her a no gesture. Vasco perks up at the phrase. He looks at the silver cloud above them and the light. Way down and accelerating, growing. Like a tornado. Vasco glances down and accelerating, growing. Time to go. Doc, get your vacuum doodad ready. Riley, prepare to reopen those shutters. The roaring down is now clearly a massive swarm of the silvery butterflies. Riley stands at the console, ready.
I can barely see the controls.
The swarm spins down around them, too many to count. The butterflies tote their spacesuits, searching for a way in. Pallas swings his lighted torch around, but it's too small to do much damage. Doc Alyssa fires up her trap. It quickly fills.
Got him.
Open the shutters. We are leaving. The shutters start opening. The darkness breaks. The butterfly swarm reacts instantly. They pour into holes in the ground. The Skyforest team bolts for the door. That was a bad idea. They run out of the dome and seal the door behind them. They watch through the windows as the butterflies dive for escape from the air. Some are struggling. The sunlight confuses them. Alyssa watches, shoots video. Well, they look at Alyssa's trap. It's full.
I wish we'd found the larval stage. Probably down in those tunnels or in the plants themselves. We need to look...
We need to craft a flamethrower. A big one. Hell yes, a couple of them. Vasco smiles.
I like how you're thinking.
Do it. Let's get to MedLab. His wrist comm unit glows. He swipes it. Barit appears. We've got problems. Yeah, I know. On the Skyforest 3, Barit and a repair team fix a gaping hole in the ship. Grinding and welding fill the air with sparks and noise. She stands off to the side to talk to the captain. The meteor went right through gas control. Took out both of the main valves. We carry one in spares, but we need two. Can't you repair it? Or fabricate one? Too complicated. Lots of fine control parts we'd have to print, assemble, test. It could take days, and then no guarantee it would work. So what are you going to do? We need to grab the spare one from Skyforest 1. Or you do, actually. The ghost ship? The only way we can fix this quickly is that spare valve sitting in the Sky 1 parts bin. Then you'll get it. Send the info to Riley. Gonna be her mission. Captain out. They look out the window. The ag area is once again quiet. Full sun and everything mostly back how it was. The ground has a silvery sparkle left on it, though.
They took their injured and dead.
Doctor?
The butterflies took their casualties with them. Either evidence of intelligence or
good old hunger. Riley and Rama, go get a manifold valve off Sky 1. Barit is forwarding info to Riley. We'll deliver it to Sky 3 later today. Pallas, get started on your science project, those fire blower things. Alyssa shakes the trap.
I'm looking forward to studying these little guys.
Vasco walks around and sees a small worm clinging to Alyssa's back. It's chewing its way into her suit. Give me the fancy Hoover. He quickly fires the device up and sucks the clinger off her. You got your wish, a larval stage sample.
Double-check everyone.
They carefully inspect each other. 2 more worms are found on Rama's boots and quickly collected. Intelligence or hunger?
I think they just like Rama.
Rama gives her a dirty look. Everyone else stares at the worms trying to find their way out of the trap.
I don't know, but we need to get back to Medbay. Not sure how long this will contain them.
Great. If we stay here, we get eaten by carnivorous drug bugs, and if we leave, we run out of oxygen and asphyxiate.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Let's go. Lights flash, smoke machines puff, and the beat never ends in this high-end nightclub. Pretty young people are everywhere. What little clothing they wear is bright, colorful, and trendy. Neon glows around them. The very average man, Archie Bishop, walks among the other patrons. He makes his way to the bar, smiling at every pretty girl he sees. His name is sewn into the UNS uniform he's wearing. Yes, he's the only one wearing a uniform in a sea of near nakedness. He walks to the bar. A gorgeous bartender, Layla, meets him there. She smiles, seems not to notice his uniform.
What will it be, oh fierce one?
Archie briefly looks around, realizes she meant him.
What have you got? Give me your best shot.
Her hands move fast, a whirl of ice, bottles, and glasses. In seconds, he has a luscious tropical drink and a shot in front of him.
How's that?
He looks over the concoctions, smiles.
What about you? Don't make me drink alone.
In a flash, she's holding a shot like his. They down them together, laughing. He winces from the liquor's sting and slams the glass down. They smile, sharing a moment. He reaches for his compad.
How much?
A beautiful girl, Carla, appears at his side. She looks at the tropical drink, then him.
I see something I'd like to put in my mouth. Should I?
Archie can't believe his good fortune. The bartender, Layla, stands by and smiles as well. He looks from one to the other.
Well,
I'm Carla.
Wearing jeweled gloves, she daintily shakes his hand.
Well, I'm Archie, and I'm still negotiating for the first round.
Before he can finish, the bartender has more tropical drinks ready for them all, as well as 3 more shots.
Bottoms up.
Bang, the shots go down.
Before we get much further, I need to know how much I owe you for this little party so far.
She holds a hand up to block him, walks away. His money is no good here. Carla takes his hand and leads him to the dance floor. He floats behind her, enraptured and in heaven. Out on the dance floor, it's a Madonna video come to life. Beautiful people of every flavor whirl, spin, jump, and hop to the outrageous beat. Smoke shoots and lights flash. Then a bang followed by confetti and glitter. Archie's point of view goes blurry. Those drinks have kicked in. Incredible sexy people crowd in from every direction. The lights blind him with their colors and pulses. He gets a strange tinge from his neck and swats at it a few times.
Mosquitoes or fleas in here. Something bit me.
Carla pouts briefly. She takes his hands and places them on her breasts. She looks straight into his eyes, then moves in and puts his hands around her perfect butt. She smiles. He smiles back. Now he really can't believe his good luck.
Interested?
Well,
She shuts him up by leaning in even closer. He fixates on those perfect red lips, luscious and glowing, with the brightest gloss he's ever seen. He can't take his eyes away from those lips. Keeps leaning in slowly and finally kisses him. For a moment, there's nothing else. Just those lips, that feeling of her right there, ready for him. As she pulls back, the world returns.
Come on, let's get out of here.
She leads him off the dance floor. He glides behind her. He finds a drink in his hand again, guzzles it down, as she leads him out the back door into a perfect night. Clean and surprisingly inviting alley, leafy trees and subdued lighting. He follows her to a little grotto. A fresh white couch with soft sheets of flowing fabric awaits them.
I'm not sure if I...
With very little effort, she pushes him down on the couch. He dreamily looks up at her. All around them, gauzy white curtains float on a light breeze. The fabric moves softly, seductively, providing privacy in this public space. She tugs at one of her jeweled gloves, pulls it off. He notices the sparkly gems, all white and silver, shining as it falls on the couch next to him.
You are so handsome.
He smiles again, then looks puzzled, confused, as they are joined by... The bartender has appeared, with another tray of drinks, Now the two girls are identical twins.
Hello, you two are...
Twins. And do you know what twins like? The same things.
And with that, they both leaned forward toward Archie, so eager to touch him.
And I brought more drinks. Happy birthday!
It's not my...
Carla leans down to him, rests her bare hands on his inner thigh. They both look at her hand. It glides slowly toward his crotch.
Yes, it is.
He watches as she tugs at his belt, then the zipper. Zip! It slides down. He tilts his head back, in heaven. The girls are both insatiable, their hands all over him.
I'd swear it's still like Octo...
The bartender leans those lovely red lips down, down, down. He shuts up, all smiles as he sinks further into that couch. In his grungy control room in the geothermal base, Leo sits watching his screens. Several of them show members of Vasco's team as they split up for their tasks. He zooms in on Vasco's pocket where the dead comm unit resides.
We will have that.
He reaches in his pocket and pulls out another handful of nuts, chews enthusiastically. One of his screens shows a group of squirming bodies, covered in worms with butterflies fluttering above. The bodies are woven through girders and support beams somewhere on the base, somewhere down below. Leo swivels the camera to a half-consumed youth. What's left of him smiles and moves as if dancing.
Enjoy the dance, my friend. It's almost over. Such a pretty face. I hope they leave it for last.
Leo reaches down into his spacesuit. On the screen, we see the consumed youth
The only way we can fix this quickly is that spare valve sitting in the Sky
The
1
name
parts
tag
bin.
reads Archie Bishop.
The only way we can
briefly shows
The only way
as he
we can
squirms
fix this
about,
quickly is
like
that
he's
spare
squirming
valve sitting in the
around on a
Sky 1
couch.
parts bin.
His few remaining finger stubs
Then we'll get it
swat
for
at a
you.
bleeding wound
Send
on
the
his
info
neck.
to Riley.
Oh, baby, that feels so...
Send the info to Riley. Gonna be her mission. Captain out.
Next time, in episode 6, things really heat up. Doc Alyssa probes some freshly captured larvae and finds them as malignant as their adult versions. Riley and Rama go to the ghost ship Skyforest 1 to scavenge a needed part and find something else instead. And Vasco pieces that comm unit together with new parts. Can he get the truth from it before Rama and Leo fry its little brain? Next time on episode 6 of the Skyforest Podcast. Thanks for listening.